네, 오늘 10월 22일 화요일 이제 2시 45분이 돼가고 있습니다. 이제 상해 음악원 학생들하고 마스터 클래스를 약속을 했거든요. 이제 클릭하겠습니다. 지금 이렇게 보면은 2시 44분이네요. 저기 딱 45분 되면 클릭하겠습니다. 지금 미리 한번 들어가 볼까요? allow. 이제 비디오를 이제 됐습니다. 그쪽에서 45분에 연결하겠죠? 저는 연결이 됐는데요. 기다려보죠. (2시 45분으로) 약속을 했거든요. 연결은 된 것 같은데요. 채트로 들어볼까요? 미팅 인비테이션, 여기 상해 음악 학교라고 이렇게 나와 있죠.
Hello, Professor. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, now I see you. Very good. Hello. Hi. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
Okay.
This is a student, I think.
Just a moment. I'm gonna write down her name. Okay. How to pronounce her first name? Lin? Okay. So you're gonna play me the fairy tale, Schumann, right?
Yes.
Very good. Without piano, just you? With the piano?
Yes. So we need.
Waiting for pianist? Okay.
We're waiting for this.
Okay, that's good. Do you have a pencil and a piece of paper? Pencil? Oh, and your music needs to be written down the bowing and fingering that I'm gonna suggest.
Yes, I have Apple Pencil.
Oh, Apple Pencil? Okay, you can write it down. Okay, that's good. And by the way, this is, but you can take a picture. This is my contact number, my email. You can take a picture.
Wait a moment.
And my last name is Bai. My last name is Bai. And Un Huan is the first name. Okay. And this is my Chinese character. That's how it writes. Okay? Yeah, that's good. Meanwhile, you can warm up. You can practice scales and you know, you can take time and you can enjoy it. Okay, no problem. And let's tune first. The on piano A. That's good. You know, actually, I'm. This is live streaming the YouTube. I'm doing it, and also, you know, you can ask to film this, the videotape, so you can study later.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sure they know how to do it.
就是可以可以上网。
Video. Okay, that's good. 잘 안 되나? 이렇게 하자. That's good.
Recording in progress. Hi. Oh, sure, sure. Just be comfortable and practice.
whatever, scales, or you can just start right away. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Probably they want to practice for about 5 minutes.
Sure. Okay. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna just listen to her. She's gonna play first and second movement, right?
Yes.
Okay, just run through. Okay, it'll take not that so long, and then we're gonna work on it. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna disturb. Just run through first and second movement, just straight, and then we're gonna discuss it. Okay, that's good. Very good, very good. Ling, have you played the violin before? You played the violin? How long? I mean, up to what? How long you play the viola? How long you play the viola?
Usually 7 years of violin and 6 years of viola.
Oh, okay, that's very good. All right, you have a plenty of time to studied the double stops, right? The car flash and everything. You practice?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Have you ever done some stretches? The fingered octaves and hand stretch?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay, that's very good. You know, we have a lot of choices to make the piece much more powerful and much more beautiful, much more effective by changing the fingering and using the powerful fingerings. Okay. Okay, for instance, let's go back to the very beginning. Okay, you started the high position to be very comfortable, right? But you can start for the very first position and stretch the first note. In this way, the string length is very long and it resonates much more and it sounds much more comfortable. Can you try like fingered octave finger 1 3 1 3? Okay, and the intonation should be, you know, if you practice like 5-6 minutes, you know, you can get it. There's no problem. I'm using the pad and it's just turning off just a moment. I couldn't find my music, so I had to download from the. Okay, here we go. And you can do that, or so it sounds much more effective if you can jump, use shift, and then go to stretch back. See, it's in such a way people can notice your fingers much more freer, and you can use the effectiveness of shifting. Can you try some? You know, it can be endless of fingerings and bowings. It's up to you. It's not up to the human. It's up to the performer. All right. So this is one of the example. Try the sort of. You can do different fingerings too, but use your training. The finger that it's like if you become a rich person, you can not only have just one house, you can have 2 or 3 houses, right? So having stretch like fingered octave means you have 2 houses. You're already like rich enough. Okay, so try. You know, you can lose your fingers that way too. Okay, try that. Okay, the finger. Okay. 1 2 and 1 4, and then go back to the third position, and then stretch back. Okay, so it sounds much more romantic. Try it. Keep turning off. Okay. That shit is like you are sort of you stretch. You can do that, but that's useless because if you are that's much more powerful if you change the string. But if you do that one same string, you need to use the effectiveness of shift. Can you try that? Try it. That's it. Okay, that's Russian shifting. But if you do the Russian shifting, it doesn't fit because Russian shifting. You know what Russian shifting and the French shifting? Okay, if you do that's a Russian shifting, but if you do that's French shifting. So French shifting should be much more, romantic in this piece. Instead of that's kind of too gross. Okay, try it. Okay, you did the French. You did the Russian. You're Russian. But everybody's afraid of French shifting because French shifting needs to be prepared with the first finger and then hammer it down. That's kind of taking a chance. But if you are sort of trained in your system, it's much more clearer. And that's much more like focused. Okay? Try it. Okay, the fourth finger should be hammering. Okay. That's better. So it's like you have something to practice on it. Instead of let it go, like you practice only 2 minutes on this passage, then there's gotta be no improvement. But if you challenge this kind of a stretch and shifting, it's kind of dangerous. But you need to practice this way. Yasha Heifetz and Primrose, they think that whole string as a one position. Like they think that the whole fingerboard as a one position, and they always said, play dangerously. That's what they say. So they are doing a lot of great shifting, and they play faster too. Okay, let's go on. Okay, can you do the C flat, like B flat and E natural? It's a little bit of a stretch. Can you do that? Stretch back. That's it. You sort of you shift it down. No. Hammer it. So vibrate and then hammer it down. Try it. This is very high level technique. Actually, you can, if you acquire this kind of a stretch technique, you can do it in everywhere. Not only this piece, you can even play the Paganini caprices this way. Okay. But you need to vibrate each note. Continuous vibrato. Keep vibrato. That's it. Keep vibrating. Okay, just that the very lower note. This D. You can start with the no vibrato, and then later you can make a crescendo, and then use whole instrument to vibrate. Can you do that? Make a crescendo. Hey, savable. Like it takes 4 or 5 seconds. Right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So actually, it's about 4 or 5 seconds. Keep consistent and save your bow. Okay? Try it. Good. Okay, here you can have 5, 6 different kind of fingerings. You can try the first position, which is very simple, right? But you can do it on third position. This is like half step backward. Or you can do that with a second position. You start with the second finger. And so you already have 3. When you do that shift, do not use your thumb. Keep the thumb, stay still. Do that. Try it. Okay, this is like, this shape is we call mordant. Mordant means you can do it with any kinds of a mordant. Like you can do it twice or 3 times, or you can do once. It depends on you. But it starts from the bottom. Mordant starts from the la di ra ra da 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 da. The first note should be. You can do twice or once, but it needs to be clear that start with the first note. Okay. Okay, when you do that, you just scratch back, scratch, not stretch, but scratch back. It's like a left-hand pitch color. Yeah, and keep the second finger down. Do not move. Okay, try it. And vibrate with a mordant, with a vibrato. Throw, vibrate, and scratch. Vibrate and scratch. That's good. Yeah, so it's much more musical. It's like a Mozart concerto. Like we use a lot of short trills, right? Mozart, right? So like Schumann is between the Mozart and like Wagner and Stravinsky. Chopin and Schumann and Liszt. They were born about the same year, like 1810 or 1809. They are the transitional romantics. They are not like Wagner or Brahms yet, but they are very classical and romantic. In Mozart, you cannot use a shifting. You cannot use a glissando. In Mozart, no, it should be very classic. But in beginning of like Schumann, Chopin, Liszt, you can do the shift, you can do the glissando, and you can do a lot of stretch tempo, like slower and faster, and you can do a lot of stuff like that. Okay, so this mordant is from the J.S. Bach. It's the style of a classic. Okay, classic mordant is a short trill. It's very difficult to do the short trills, but if you do that, if you don't know how to do it, you can do it in every Mozart, every Haydn, and every like Beethoven. And understand? Okay, that's good. And then let's go on. Okay, that passage, that the 13th measure, it has a swell in it, right? Crescendo and decrescendo. And then here, you can do the shift for the effectiveness. Instead of, you did something like no shift or no, it's like a simple, like a piano fingering. But here, can you do that fingering? And then go to first position, stretch, and up and down. Okay. Okay, make sure here it's like a sort of a fast shift, so it's much effective that way. So it makes a crescendo that way. Okay, that's better, isn't it? I mean, so you have a choice. You can be very simple and clean, like piano finger. This is like a Bach, right? But here it's a romantic. This is what romanticism is, right? A lot of like closeness, Okay? So you can have like 2-3 fingerings like that right there too. And let's go on. 15th measure. 15th. Okay, you did that the piano fingering, same thing here. So there's no effect. So what do you do? I mean, can you do that coming down shift or coming up shift? It's up to you. You can have a 2-3 fingerings right there. Here it starts with the first position. You can do that, or start the third fingering, third position. 3-3, 3-3. My voice is no good. Like 3-3 shift, coming down shift. That's kind of effective too. Can you do that? Okay, that's kind of taking a risk, right? Taking a risk, but it's much more effective. If you do that, the audience will really love it. Wow, you are making very musical phrase there. Instead of playing like a piano. And that's effective too sometimes. But here, Schumann wanted the swell. Swell means crescendo, decrescendo, crescendo in one short passage. Okay? So you can use your imagination and creativeness in many fingerings like that. Okay, let's go on. Okay, right there is a modant. It's from the bottom and then scratch back. It's like a little bit of bite. And then do use a fingering of 2-1-2 and scratch and keep the tempo. Keep the tempo. Okay, right there, the 18th measure. Can you do the second position? La A with the third finger. That's good. And then keep the fourth finger with the hammer down. And the bite. This bite is allowed in romantic music. If you play some Paganini, it's a lot of bites. A lot of staccato, but not yet. Schumann is a lot older than, a lot later than Paganini actually. So Paganini started out the Romanticism, but Paganini was something else. Like he's superstars, like a lot of unknown, incredible techniques that never played before. So Schumann tried to be like a Paganini. He practiced too much, so he hurt himself, so he couldn't play the piano anymore. So he concentrated on the composing. Liszt was successful, so Liszt became the piano soloist. Now everybody copied Paganini. So I'm not gonna talk about the Paganini because I'm still working on Paganini techniques. Okay, we can talk about it later, but. So you can do a lot of bites with a modant. It's actually look at the measure 11. The first modant it has an accent mark, right? It doesn't have. So here the same. It doesn't have a marking, but it has the same thing effective. You have to do the accent mark. Okay, let's do that. The right on B. Letter B. Okay, one measure B. That's like 20th measure. 20th measure. Yeah. Okay. Trio is it doesn't necessarily be too fast, but it has to be light and effective. And you can do it the first or second finger, but it has to be instead of so it has to be like when you smoke and you try to the ashes away, right? When you do the smoking. I hope not you smoke because smoking is no good for your health. Anyway, so it has to be the trail should be very light, like very good. Okay, that's good. And then right here, the fingering can be any further, or you can do the start third position and then stretch. And you can shift back. So the big advantage of a high position is you can shift back. Okay. Okay, shift back, right. It doesn't have any like shifting back mark, but it's up to you. You are the performer. You can do anything. You can play faster. You can do any fingering, any bowing, right? You can improvise always. Let's go. And then. Okay, right there, la da 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 da, and then the same F, it should be. Has to be slight. That's called shifting, like French shifting. That's effectiveness, right? Okay, let's do that. And do not play too soft. The melody should be heard, okay? Keep the vibrato always continuous. Okay, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. The timing should be with the bow. Bow cut. Okay. Good. Keep going. Okay, the trio is light. Very light. Trio is like a vibrato. Vibrato should be always relaxed and light, right? If you have like tense vibrato, you're trying to copy like a Primrose or a Hi-Fit. They play all fast and they play the fast vibrato, but they know how. You know what know-how means? It's the secret. They are very relaxed but still fast vibrato. They are still relaxed and they have a very fast trail because they are very inside. They have an inner strength. But in order to have an inner strength, you need to practice a lot of stretches. It's like an athlete, Olympic. Everybody, try to do, in the morning, they try the stretch exercise, right? We only have 4 fingers to stretch, right? How long do we have? Like we have 30 minutes more, right? Okay, so, I'll give you the secrets of Paganini. Secrets of Paganini is a shift. That's what Dorothy DeLay says. The famous teacher, Dorothy DeLay, like Ichak Perlman's teacher in the Midori, Sarah Chan, Slow Minch, everybody, studied with the Dorothy DeLay. I studied with the Dorothy DeLay for 8 years, from 1979 to 87. And, at the time, I was very young, and I was born in 61, and I was like 18 years old, and she was about my age now, like 63. And she only taught, she never demonstrated. I demonstrate all the time, but she knew the secret, how to play violin the top of the, soloist level. And, she's the teacher of Dorothy DeLay was like, all the virtuosos, she has seen what they are playing, and she realized that keeping the world class like Paganini and all the great fast difficult piece is depending on shift. That's what she said. Okay, in order to translate, tell her, or you understand? You understood? Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, in order to stretch, you need to always 4 fingers should be like cross fingers. You know what cross finger means? Can you do this? Put down the viola for now. Put down the viola on the table. Put down. Okay, but you need your right hand help. That's why I said put down the viola. So you do this. Okay, so you did this. No. Only left hand. Right hand you only do the. Okay, you did this and this and put it under your head when you sleep, under your pillow. Under your pillow, and then in the morning your hand will become like this. But during like trying to go to sleep, your finger is like training, your finger is like hurting, but it's not gonna break. Nobody's gonna go to hospital, right? Nobody's gonna sue me or sue you. Okay, and try to stretch more inside, like with the right hand, like that, like that. In this stretch, you are doing this second finger and third finger, a lot of tension exercise. It's like gymnast. You know what gymnast, like Olympic gymnast. And the fourth finger and the first finger is crossed, like a cross, like that. It hurts a little bit at first, but it's not gonna hurt later. Okay, and release it. And do this. Can you do that?
Yes.
And this is very good for pianists too. They have to work on the both hand. Okay? If you do that, you can stretch a lot further because you've been trained this fourth finger and first finger. Because this fourth finger is very weak. Like we are born with it. Third finger is also, it's like amateur. But thumb and first and second finger, you can do backward stand up. It's very strong, these 3 fingers. They are professionals, born professionals. But these 2 fingers, they are born weak. They are born amateurs. Okay? So you need to exercise like that without, see, I've been training for like over 40 years like this, so I can do it without the help of a right hand. But like that. It's like a gymnast. Okay? In this way, I'll show you what I mean. Just a moment. I dropped my ball. Okay. You know the card flash. Card flash has 7 arpeggios. You everybody memorize that, right? But if you do that in one string, first position, you need to shift 1 here. In this way, your finger has a freedom. Understand? Can you imitate? Try now. Like. It's like a simple arpeggio with the one person is singing da, 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 instead of a 2 persons singing da, da, next person da, da. We have a 4 strings which is trying to alternate their like. But if you do this with single strings, it's very difficult, isn't it? That's what Richard Rich suggested. That like a long time ago, like a Paganini era, they didn't put under the cheat. They played like this, and they didn't vibrate. Actually, there's no such thing as a vibrato at the time. Like 200, 300 people. They put the thumb and they never moved the thumb away. They only used this like glissandi technique. Like this thumb never moves. Like, understand? So like 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. That's like having like 5 houses. You're a very rich person. You're a very successful businessman in this way. So, this is what Paganini, if you want to play some difficult pieces, you have to conquer the position as a one position, as a whole thing, fingerboard, as you think of the whole thing as a one position. Something's very challenging here, right? So, the second movement, start the second movement. You play. What's the first note? I forgot. You did this. Yeah. Can you do that in the jump of the fourth position? Do that. And then dan da dan da dan da that stay with Can you do that fingering? No. For first 3. You can play a lot faster that way because it's only like 3rd position and then 4th position. Okay? Alright, and then go back to second position. This is very easy. 1. That's it. And then do not use the open string. You did the. This is no good. But you 1, 3. Okay. So here you can vibrate. Okay. Vibrate 1, 3. Okay, that's it. So double stops is always keep the first finger down. It's like before I just played this simple. I can play very fast because I kept the first finger down. If you keep moving the first finger, it's gonna be very sluggy and slower. But if you keep the first finger down and you can do this sort of like, like a piano, right? You just roll your fingers. Because this is sort of a mother. This is father. Father never interfere mother's business. Okay? Father just make the money. Okay? But mother is interfering every child's behavior. Like, have you done the homework before? Have you practiced 5 hours today? Those kind of things. Always keep the eye on the children. This is what double stop means. So right here. first finger, keep the fifth or understand?
Yes.
Okay, so this is sort of a example of many easy tricks, easy Paganini techniques, because big picture, think the whole fingerboard as a one position. There's no such thing as like a limited fingerings. There's no such thing as like fixed fingering, fixed bowing. No, you can play as fast as like primrose, as fast as a high fast if you can, but they are very powerful. That's why they are relaxed and they still play perfectly with a fast tempo, because they are trained many hours, the whole life. This is what my vision is. I try to explore Paganini technique, high fast primrose technique all over the world. This is what I've been doing for 40 years. And you're very lucky to know me, actually. Have you ever heard a violinist named Roman Kim? Yeah, he played Beethoven Fifth on violin, right? He's my student. He studied my technique from the internet when he was 9 years old in Moscow. He practiced the whole night of this stretch exercise. That's why he's be able to play, like crazy, all kinds of things. He's very famous in China, I guess. I show you something very surprising. Okay, this is Strad magazine. This is Ichak when he was like 70 years old, like about 10 years ago. But here, who's this guy? Roman Kim. Yeah? And this is the page, because that year, 2015, I introduced this guy to Korea. This is me, Roman Kim, and he's the sponsor. And here, this book is my violin viola technique method book. On the top, what does it say? Secret of Paganini. Right?
Finger exercise.
Yeah, finger exercise. And here it says an article about Roman Kim. Look at his eye. You've seen this guy wearing, yeah? He showed me, he made it himself. This is a prism to look at the bowing on the strings. This is sort of a crazy guy. He invented so many things. He never played the normal string. He played on the cello, the baby cello string on G string on violin, and classic guitar, and he cut off with the scissors, and then he puts on violin on E string. He's sort of a like inventor. Anyway, he got sort of a crazy idea from me actually, and I show you my book. This is the book. It's sold out in Amazon.com. It's sold out, and you cannot have the international. But if you ask someone in Korea, Korea is still available. You can get it. This is about like $15, and then I just show you the picture that I just familiar. Yeah. See, it's written in Korean and written in English. So if you know how to speak Korean, that's good. But you're still learning, speaking English, right? So you can see what's in there. And there are about like 30 pictures in here. And the first exercise that I have here, I hope your friends. I have a schedule to do during 2 days 9 students, right? Including you, right? And I hope there should be so I don't have to show you like 9 times like this. Okay, look, the first exercise. It's a simple scale. But it says in English, keep the first finger down. Hit the first finger down, and then all the exercise is double stops. See, I'll show you. Okay. It's much more difficult to play on viola because viola is very big, but on violin it's a lot easier. So here, it's crazy, right? You know, my viola is very, very big. It's 17 and a half. Oh, no, not 17. Sorry, 16 and a half. 16 and a half. How big is yours? 16? It looks like 16. Yeah? It's not too small, but it's big enough, right? I'll show you how the difference. This is my violin. See? It's a very big difference. See, string length from violin stops right there, but viola it's a lot longer. See? So if you exercise on viola and try to play violin, violin is like a baby, piece of cake. You know, Yuri Bashmit always brings his violin on his, the viola case. That's what I do. I have a double case, violin and viola. I show you the case. Yuri Bashmit is carrying on this kind of a, do you see? It holds the violin and viola. You know, because he has very good technique because he always practice on violin and then play on viola. So I hope you never stop playing violin. You have a still violin in your house, right? Do you? Do you still have it? So practice a lot, like, you know, it feels kind of a, like baby. Very easy. If you play, same piece on violin, it becomes a lot easy. But it's much more difficult to play violin because violin requires a lot sensitive intonation and shifting and a lot of like complicated, what do you call that? Contents. But if you practice stretches on viola, you can have a very good tone, very good vibrato, and you can have a lot of advantages. How long do you have? Okay, about 10 minutes. Okay. I hope you have a question to about this stretch exercise or this Schumann. You have a question? You practice at home. Okay, I give you a very simple, easy exercise. All right, if you combine these 4 fingers with a couple, it becomes 6 combinations. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4. That's it. Only 6 combinations. But if you do 3 strings at once, you only have 4 combinations. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. There's only 4 combinations. Understand? So practice calculation like this. Right there. If you do this, this is normal fingering, but it's only 1, 2. And then 2, 3. 3, 4. This is too low, so you do this. And then 1, 3, 2, 4 is the normal fingering, and 1, 4. This is beginning of acquiring difficult techniques. The 3 strings at once, 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 4, 2. 4, 2, 3, and one more. 4, 1, 3. See understand? So you have 4 combinations if you play 3 strings. If you have double stops, there are 6 combinations. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4. So exercise, very simple one. Start that and then challenge with a like this kind of exercise. Yeah. As far as you can, right? This is sort of a example. You can do it 1, 2, 2, 3, 6 combinations. I'll show you 1, 4. 1, 4. It's not perfect, but I did that, right? I did use my ear to do that. So you can always challenge your left hand with the difficult fingerings. Then you can have a freedom. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, we have a few more minutes. It's only 51 here. 3:51. It's 2. What time is it over there? 1 hour fast. I'm 1 hour faster, right? Yeah. Yeah, few minutes. You have a few more minutes, and ask me anything. No question. You have a very musical, very natural talent, but you have not tried the difficult challenges. Double stops needs to be done. In order to make a lot of variety of choices of fingerings and bowings. Understand? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. The next person's name is. First name? U. His name is U. Okay, you gotta play the Hindi surrender, right? Okay, that's good. And relax and try to warm up. Practice like scales or something. Ling, you can stay and listen to the Sharandra. Have you ever studied this piece before? Ling. You can stay here. You can here listen to him. Okay? Yeah. Ooh, take a picture. This is my English name. And Do you see it? Okay. And this is my Chinese character, Bae-eun Hwan, but the last name is B-A-I, so everybody calls me Mr. Bai, Dr. Bai, but actual, Chinese character is this. The middle un is the same thing. It's a bless. It means blessing, right? And Hwan means it's fire, blessing fire. Anyway, warm up and tune it first. You gonna play? Yeah, go on. I've been in Beijing once, and like about 10 years ago, and I met Professor Wing Ho. He's head professor, librarian, and he's very famous in Beijing Central Conservatory. I think that I met him about 10 years ago in Primrose competition, and he was the one of the judges. And I gave him this book. The link notes I told her what's in it. But later, you can replay this video and you can see what's in it, okay? And Professor Wing Ho has this copy, like 3 copies. Actually, this book is in all over the world. It's sold out in Amazon.com. Anyway, are you warmed up, or you can play right away?
Yeah, I can play now.
Okay. Very good, very good. Ooh. Before I forget, the last note should be la no, like 3 times longer. Da, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. At least that much, right? Okay, because it's very matter. You guys are like about 20 years old, right? Ling and Wu, how old are you? Huh? You're 18. Ling is 18? 19? Okay. And how long you play the viola? Six, 7 years. And before that, you played the violin? How many years?
I started playing violin when I aged
3? 3. So you played the violin longer than viola, huh? Then? It's like 18. So like you played the violin about 10 years, right? Okay, so that means you play like major violin concertos, like Wieniawski, Tchaikovsky.
No, I only play Mendelssohn.
You only played Mendelssohn, okay. But you practice the Karlfleisch system, right?
Yeah.
And thirds and fingered octaves, 10th, and even the double harmonics. Have you do that? Have you done that? Some? Sepsi? But you know, Karlfleisch has a number 1 to number 12, and 12 finishes with the double harmonics, you know, which is like very, very difficult. See, what I'm getting at is this Hindemith, he was a viola player, violist, very good one. He performed it and composed it for viola only. This is original viola concerto. And then one of them maybe, you know, as famous as a Bartok viola concerto, right? Tomorrow, like somebody's playing for me Bartok, but here, double stop is full of dissonances. What dissonance means? Dissonant is like a second, 7th, 9th. You know what that means? Dissonant means it sounds very crushed. This is dissonant, right? It's crushed, right? And full of 7th, right? You know how to acquire, because Karlfleisch doesn't have a 7th, even the 4th, 5th. No, it's only 3rd and 6th octaves, 10th, that's it, right? But if you reverse octave, it becomes 2nd. If you reverse 3rd, it becomes 7th. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Here, 1 octave, but it becomes, because you keep the first finger down. That's why it's like, here, it's 1, 3. Can you try that with this 1, 3 octave? Instead of 4. Very big, first note. And they try the first finger down with the finger down. Okay. And then do not move the 3rd finger. Okay. Okay, can you do that? Okay, we call it shifting less, like a no shift, but think as like whole thing. You know, William Primrose, he's the king of the viola play. I mean, it's like a Heifetz on violin. William Primrose, you know, played it so easily because everything he played is like one position. You know, William Primrose never played the viola until he was 35 years old. He was a violin player, violinist. But one day, using Izai, his teacher, asked him to play viola soloist, and because he has a very long hand and you know very good posture for viola. So one day, after Izai told him to play the viola, he never played the violin afterward. It's very strange case, and he became the king of the viola. Okay, but before that, he played all the Paganini stuff, right? So he transposed a lot of violin pieces, right? So fingered octave is like having two houses at once. It's like you have a very rich person. You have two houses, that means you're very rich, right? Because you are acquiring here. Can you do that 1, 3, 2, 4? It's like first position and second position. This is number 9 of a Carfresh, right? Do that, and then keep the third finger, and then do that. Okay, we call it. This is Russian shift actually. He's a German. Hindemith was German, but he used a bow with the finger goes together. Bow goes as finger goes. Can you do that? Okay, right. And then cushion attack. And then you have to lift up the bow. Okay, do that. And then use a shift without moving the third finger, and then also without moving the thumb. So with a bow here. Go. And then lift up and then attack. Okay, right? Lift up and then cushion attack. And then you have to use like as a conductor. Your bow is you should be always on the air, like a Air Force. Okay. And lift up. So you have to always keep the bow as a controller, okay, from the tower, okay. Okay, vibrate until this is bass note. This is 7th, which is vibration. It should be vibrated. And you have to go on with the power of the strength. Okay, go on. Okay, your strength becomes weaker. You have to keep the pressure down and lift up and attack with a cushion. Okay, like that. And cushion and then keep the pressure down. Press down. Okay, it's a 3 to 1. Beep, ba ba 3 to 1 ratio. Beep, ba bam. See, while you keep counting and then keep the press down, you know, bow should be like this, not like that. Bow should be very like close to the bridge, and then press down. Like that. Okay, and they keep. It's like a swing. Okay, you sound like a 2 to 1. It used to be It should be like much more. Okay, think of it as a double dotted. Okay, instead of it should be much more keen, much more sharp. rhythmically. Beep, ba-da, ba-da. Go on. Okay, so you are still you're still on the string, but it should be like an air force. Okay, so like the oboe should be like from the airplane landing, okay, and then land, and then land, and then okay, right there. Bam, ba ba bam. See, maybe bow change. Maybe bow change. Okay. Okay, don't relax. It should be intense. It's still it's a forte. It's keep the finger down. Press down and still vibrate, and with a lot of power. Okay, up to there is still forte. Wait a minute. Right there. And then use a lot of bow. Right there. Okay, use a lot of bow and keep the intensity. Okay, don't let it go. Right, keep the press down, and then use this ringing much more with the lift up bow. Then you can retake the bow. Use a much more bow. And then let's skip the piano part right there, and right there, and do play with the 1-3, 1-3 here. Yeah. Right, 1-3 and 1-2, and then half step down. You do 1-3 with the vibrato, so you can have much more connection. And then stretch. Yeah. Stretch. Okay, can you sustain the bow pressure? And then right here, a little bit of bite. So it sounds much more clearer. Bite. Okay, can you play right here? Right there. Can you play with the harmonics? 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like all half steps. Harmonics. And like right there. So like this. So right here, the bow should be sustained into the next note, and or so always the moving note should be landing on the long note, with the sustain. Okay. Okay, here at the right here, and always keep the press down and then connect into the long note. And right here, can you play the bowing with this, like this? Instead but da 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 da, with like connected into the next note. Can you do that? Okay, with the diminuendo. Okay. Let's go on. Next page. Okay, here or you have to move it into the tempo instead of like holding back and then suddenly fast, but it gradually has to move into the tempo. So here okay, like this. Okay, can you play not da 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 pa 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 with like a lot of choking? Can you do that? With a lot of spiccato. Right, like this. Perfect. Like a throw the ball. Yeah. Right here. Yeah. Like a lot of scratch. Okay. Okay, the triple should be very even. Pa 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 pa. Pa pa pa. Okay, that should be not but it should be like a long spiccato kind of. Pa 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 pa. Can you do this? Can you do one finger here and okay, here trio should be very light instead of but light, with like when you smoke, your ashes away with a finger like that, very light. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, right here, speaker and so here, that should be on the string, but here you have to distinguish the spiccato and then that because it has a crescendo mark here. Okay, the one before D. Good. Okay, here that should be on the string. That should be on the string. Okay, here it's very simple, like rhythm, pop, 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 pop. Very simple, like a march. Okay, right there. Okay, can you say the go? And then that should be slow down. And it's sustainable. Okay, right here, it should be stretch. So stretch. And then it's kind of a rough spiccato. Rough spiccato. And the trio should be like flat here. Very light trio. Okay, keep the press down, keep the strength, like it's not light here, it's a forte. And then keep the strength. You keep the press down, okay? Concerto means you are the loudest. You are against 100 orchestra people. So you should be always punching and press. And then much more beautiful. And then everything should be, your soloist means your technique should be brilliant. Like you're at the top of the sound of anything here. It should be like sustain, okay? E, letter E. Okay, can you do, well, once you can like shift once and the second time should be like stretch. Here, second time stretch. And then shift. So you have to mix it. Once you shift, once you stretch. Once you mix, once stretch. Okay? Okay, it's not, but you are doing sort of a, but can you rough like an even pa-pa-pa-pa-pam? Can you do that even sound? Pa-pa-pa-pa-pam. Oh, here a little bit like a fuller sound with a vibrato. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, can you do vibrato with the third finger? Right here. And then right 1, 3. 1, 1, 3. Okay, but 3 is much better of sound because Yasha, high pitch, and primrose, every soloist, long note, they use a third finger instead of a fourth finger. Okay? Okay, let's go on. Okay, right here, I suggest the fingering is one string. Okay, I play slower. Okay. It's like a stretch. This is much easier and then clearer. So, I spoke to Ling about the stretch. In order to play viola, I mean, even playing any instrument, stretch is very important. Like all the pianists, even like cellist and violinist, of course, Paganini he's the foundation. I mean, he's the founder of all modern technology, modern violin technique. See, everything's depending on the shifting. Shifting starts with a stretch, and you can. This is a videotape, so you can replay and you can see what I showed you. Ling about how to do the stretch. Playing violin is a lot easier than playing viola. Viola is much more heavier and longer, and you need to press down a lot, more, and then even vibrate, much wider. In order to play, this kind of thing easy. This is sort of like a basic, like having 2 or 3 houses at once becomes like you are free in 2, 3 houses. You can go around with the neighborhood because you're very influential. Because here means 1, 3 is like a unison. Try that. That's it. That's it. Okay, this fingering can be played in every, like later, like before right here, it's the same thing, or like all the, similar passages like that. You can play the fingering with that, okay? Let's go on. Okay, don't play rush. Ba-ra, ba, 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 ba. Right here. And very even triplet. Can you play very even? Okay, here, pianist has a poppy, you have a pop, 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 pop. You have 3 against 4, because you have to listen to the triple pop, 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 okay? 3 against 4. It's very difficult to be together there, but, you can get around. Because if you count like a big, beat, pop, 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 you can play that. Let's do around there, like a 4 measures before H. Yeah, right on 4 measures before. Ba-da-da. Okay, do not play at the frog because it becomes too kind of like rough. But around the middle, around the middle of the bow. Okay, it's a staccato. 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 Okay, the before trio is a tuple. Pa 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 pa. Make sure this tuple is clean. Pa pa not da da but pa 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 pa. Trio 2 3. Okay. And then here it's you should be three string together. You should be pressed down with the around like a frog area. Yeah, play the measure before I. And then do not play like this. You play like on the string, okay? Like a measure before I. I. Okay, so one before trill, ba bam, and then lift up the bow and then trill, and then lift up the bow and then trill and then rough like a cushion of it, and then vibrate. Okay. Okay, very good, very good. But that's a good play. And the pitch, you have two choices. You do like, or you do. I think if you do the backward, it becomes louder on the A string. So instead of, but it's like a harp, playing like a harp. Like straight, start from here to and then exit here. It's like a backward. It's like here normal, but this is a backward actually. It's louder too. Okay, start from like third position here around third position area, and then exit around the bridge. So it's like a like that. And you use like sort of this mark, like wiggling mark, drum like a harp playing like a harp. Yeah, something like that, but play faster. Like that. Yeah, something like that. And it's not difficult. Let's go on. And the scale here, use the fingering of first position, but still you keep the first finger down. you already you have a first finger down, and then here, and then here you go to third position. Okay. But I don't hear here. The crush should be here. You're like a 1, 2, 3, fourth measure. Okay, can you play 1, 2, 3, 0? 1, 2, 3, 0. That's it. That's easier, isn't it? But do not play too fast here. It should be clean. Do not play too fast. Okay, do not stop, but sustain here. No. Sustain. Sustain, okay? Okay, longer, last longer, and then up, and then lift up, like that. Like you have to like shout out. Longer last note. Vibrate, and then like it's like a pulling out like what do you call that? Bow. You have to release. Release the bow. Yeah, there's something like that. It should like shooting the bow. Okay. Let's finish that and. Okay, right here. Here on the string, but before it's like sort of a crescendo effect. Like triplet is like a long spiccato. Ba 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 is on the string. Good. Okay, right here, don't go, stretch back. Like instead of, don't cross the string, but right here, stretch back. Okay? Okay, sustain. You have to vibrate, and then also like a lot of pressure because you're the soloist. You are against 100 orchestra players. No, orchestra player always like light. But soloist is like a shouting out. You're the only like top of the melody. Okay, it's not like this. It's not musical. It's like a Schumann, but here it's a Hindemith. It's like a lot of powerful of like a big sound. Okay, go on. that's like a do not play light. It's a forte. It's like a climax there. Ba-ra-ra-dee-ra-ra. It's like sustain. Right there, it's the same thing as before. Exactly the same note, actually. Okay, and then it's like a sort of like at the tip. You don't have to play so rough here. Okay, let's go on. Okay, can you play on the string instead of you're playing? It's a rough, but like a much more clean sound, and then vibrato. Instead of it's a rough, right? But it's also a major forte anyway. Okay, because you have a long way to go. It's gonna be very big later. Okay, letter Q. Okay, it's the same part here, but it says double forte here. So you're making crescendo and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 measures. You have a long way to go, right? So you don't play too rough at the beginning of the cue. Okay, so you have to build up into it, and then right here you can play rough here because it says a double forte. Okay. Let's go on. Okay, can you play? Play as if it's like a double stop. It's like an octave. But the rhythm should be like pa 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 pa. Right? And stay the same position there. Okay? You don't have to come down. Okay? Okay, that right here. You play the harmonics right there, and then lift up like a shooting the bow. No, use it up. Da 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 da. Up, oh, ba da da ram. Da 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 ram. Up. Like this. Like this. Okay, can you do the third position? Third position. And then still the third position. Like this. Like this. How harmonics. And then pull it up. Like this. Okay, when you do the trio, do not like tighten, but light. But hard press down forte, but trio fingers should be very light. Not instead of a. Okay, it should be very light. Very light. That's good. Okay, 1-3. Can you do that? 1-3. And then try to vibrate with the whole arm vibrato. With a lot of power. That's it. Okay, here you reversed it, but actually do C is by itself and it's a double stop. But you did it like, but this is not what it's written. Written is it's a by itself solo. This is double stop. Okay. Can you make it like a shift? No, it's much effective if you do this way. Like, can you do like a pull out shifting? Like see, the trick is play along with the bow. So see, all the dissonance should be heard, the top two notes. Bottom note should be very strong, very powerful, instead of weakening. See, in order to do that, use arm vibrato, use a very, try to vibrate as many as you can. Okay. Okay, can you play everything on the string instead of like spiccato? Can you play on the string? On the string. Okay, right here, right. You have to play longer the very last one, and then vibrate and pull it out. And can you use an arm vibrato and vibrate and then resonate and with a bow like a shooting bow, like this. Oh, you didn't vibrate. Can you vibrate? One, two. That's good. That's good. That's good. See, you need to, intentionally use a power playing. You know what power playing is? If you have a lot of money, you're a very powerful person. You agree? You see, yeah, you have a lot of money, you're a powerful person. So use more vibrato, that's powerful. Use more pressure, that's powerful. Use cleaner fingering and much more accurate intonation, that's much powerful. So everything got to do with power level, energy level. If you have like a nuclear power, that means you have a very strong person, right? So think of it, you're soloist, that means you are very powerful, like rich and nuclear, you know what I'm saying? So, how we have a few minutes. So, replay this whole thing because it's videotaped. And then, I gave some exercise to Ling. So you can do a lot of stretch exercises. In that way, you can have a much powerful fingerings and everything. Okay? That's good. You're very talented. Okay, very good. Okay, so we have unknown composer first movement. But I assume it's arpeggio, is it? The third person. Who's playing? Okay. What's the composer? You wrote down like Allegro Moderato. That's it. No composer name. Glinka Allegro Moderato. That piece I don't know, but I can give you some tips. Glinka. It says Glinka Sonata for viola and piano. Oh, that's good. So you should play whole thing, run through, and then we can discuss it. Okay? It happened to be the Schubert, the arpeggione Allegro Moderato. So I thought you're going to play the Schubert because you didn't write down the composer name. Okay, what's your name? Your first name? Mio? Mio. Okay. Okay, Myo, you can take a picture. This is my contact number, the email, and this is my Chinese name, Bae Eun-hwan. You can take a picture. And then if you guys email me, I can give you 6 cello concertos for transcribed for viola concerto, like Elgar cello concerto for viola and everything. I can give you. If you email me. Did you take the picture? You took it? Picture? Phone? You did? You click? Got it? Okay. Okay, there's no piano? That's it? Yeah. There will be piano accompaniment? Oh, you don't have a pianist? Oh, okay. All right. So Allegro moderato. This is first movement. How long is this piece?
Maybe 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Okay. You run through it, whole thing, and let me hear it. Okay. And then we will discuss your bow technique and left hand technique. Good, good. See, you have more? I think that's enough, right? Since I don't have the music, I know what's this like. Glinka music is he's famous for orchestration. Like a lot of music is written for not only viola music. Sometimes we can adapt from cello music into viola playing, violin music into viola playing, right? And like sort of, I thought it would be like arpeggione. Arpeggione is originally for cello, but everybody plays on viola, and cello suite too, right? But this is originally from. I mean, Glinka wrote it for viola and piano. Is it? Because since I don't know the piece, is it originally viola? I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's originally for viola. So it's the lowest. What's the first note you played? Very first note. Oh, the first note. E flat. This is A. What's the first note? G sharp. Sol, G sharp, G sharp. And then show me the exact note you played so I can imitate you and I can change the fingering because Lin played Schumann with like different kinds of effects with the fingering changes. So I want you to try the different fingerings. So can you play that the G sharp with a like lower note, like lower position instead of a low? You play it like this, but can you do that? I mean, we are experimenting. We are trying like different fingerings. Okay. Something like that. You play like this is what it's like optioning. High position makes like a mellow sound, but it sounds kind of a timid. But if you play the lower note, it sounds much fuller because its strength is very length is longer. It resonates. It rings more. Instead of see the difference? Yeah. So it's up to you because you are the soloist. You are the recital like you're giving the recital of yourself. You're paying your money to the pianist, right? So you have the power to make all the fingering changes. Your teacher doesn't have a power. You have the power. You understand? So you can try the different bowings and different fingerings. It makes it color much more variety. Okay. So let me hear like 3 or 4 measures in the beginning. Yeah, try the lower note. And do the shifting, something like that. You use a different shift, different fingerings, and different effect. Okay, can you do write this note with a like shift into it? Maybe with the first finger. Can you do that? Yeah, shift into it. Okay, right there. Ba-di-da-da-di-da-da-da. right? Shift, right? Can you do that with a more powerful shift? Yeah, something like that. Like with a faster bow and faster left hand shift. It's like a wind, like your bow. This one doesn't have a sound, but if you do this, it makes sound. Do you hear the sound? Because it moves faster. So left hand too. If you do this, it doesn't have an effect. But if you do this, it's like Yasha Haifetz and Primrose. They play very fast shifting. With a bow and left hand, like it's like a shifting effect. It's a la ra. It's like all the effects you need to use fingerings and use bow speed, use bow pressure, use use your hand. Actually it's imagination and it's like improvisation. Okay, so it makes interesting. The audience is like expecting unexpected. You have to expect unexpected. Translate. Him. You have to do the sudden change and a sudden special bowing effect, special fingering effect, and sometimes do not use shifting. Use stretch instead of this. Instead of use a stretch to make it special effect. Understand? Yeah. Good. Okay. Let's talk about your vibrato sound, right? Ling and Wu and you, three of you have a very relaxed vibrato, right? I have a relaxed vibrato too. But if you listen to Bashmit, Primrose, Pinkus Zuckerman, do they use all the time relaxed? No. 95% of their playing is very tense. Do you agree? Yasha Haifetz, 99% of his playing is a very tense vibrato. Sometimes he just relaxed, 1%. Zuckerman, he plays everything tight. Do you understand? I mean, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, right? Who do you listen to most? The viola. Bashmit, right? Bashmit always brings a violin with a double case like this. I showed you the wood and ling. I have a double case like this, and I have one is a practice violin and one is my solo violin. My solo violin is 300 years old, more than 300 years old. Anyway, see, playing violin makes you very challenging. So do not sell your violin. Do not give up your violin playing. I suggest all viola students to practice violin all the time. Understand? In order to do that, the violin repertoire has a Paganini Caprice and Izai sonatas and all the great pieces like Sarasate, right? You have to steal them. I stole a lot of cello concertos, I can send you, if you email me, I can send you 6 Elgar cello concerto for viola. I transcribed it. In fact, I show you the music that I transcribed. It's handwritten. Lalo cello concerto for viola transcribed, and Shostakovich cello concerto for. You can listen to me from the YouTube. If you spell out my name, Baiunhwan, I played all the concerto for cello concertos on viola. Look, Elgar cello concerto, I transcribed it. See? And Lalo and Shostakovich and Schumann, do you hear? Pum 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 pum, cello concerto, pum 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 da da. I played on viola. It's on uku, okay? And the reason that I'm still in cello repertoire is my brother's a cellist. Oh no, I'm kidding. Actually, he's a very famous cello professor in Korea. And when I do that, he hated me. You know, he hated that I stole the cello concertos for viola. But we need the repertoire from violin, from cello. You know, I played a complete Pagani caprice on viola, and Isai, you know, like a. It's all everything on viola. Because the violin repertoire is so great, we can steal the repertoire and we can play on viola much more attractively. You know, listen to my playing uku. You know, if you spell out my name, you know, you can listen to the cello concerto I played it. And my hope is you guys, you know, Chinese people are very blessed, especially viola players. 10 years ago, when I met Professor Wing Ho, the Central Conservatory Beijing, he was the juror of the Primrose competition. First prize and third prize they were Chinese. And the first prize he was only 17 years old from Central Conservatory Beijing. Very talented. He's very tall, and he used the 17-inch very big viola, and he played it like a, king. That's why he won. And these days, a lot of Chinese violists are successful getting into very famous orchestra, like Los Angeles Phil and the New York Phil. All principals violist is Chinese. It's like a Olympic. All the Chinese is good for diving. Like they always win the gold medal, right? The Koreans is famous for archery. We are always winning the archery. So sometimes you have you have a very big land, right? China has an amazing scale is like unbelievable. That's why you can think viola, this as as easy as a violin. You understand? In order to do that, you need to play like a piano. You need to play like a instead of Carl Flesch. You played the violin before, right? Carl Flesch scale book. You did? Yeah. That there are 7 combination of I showed you to the link arpeggios in Carl Flesch. This you play on one string. I play like a piece of cake, right? Because I think that way. In order to do that, you need to have a very flexible and stretch, and you have to ease think as a one position. That's what Primrose said. The king of the viola, William Primrose, he was a violinist until he was 35 years old. Eugene Izai asked him to play the viola solo. Since then, he never played he's very unusual. Sometimes he never played the violin after he decided to become the viola king. But anyway, he thought of viola as easy as a violin because he has a very long fingers and very long arm. Understand? So you should start exercise a stretch. Okay, can you imitate right now? That's what I did. D major. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And do not move the thumb. Thumb is fixed. Do not move. It's like a father. Dad only make money, right? Never interfere mom's business. Always, stick with the father. Is always making money. But mom is in control of children right here. So, place your thumb right here. And then backward your first finger and stretch like this. It's like Paganini. Have you seen the YouTube? There are many pictures of Paganini doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? Paganini, he's famous for 1, 2 as a one octave, 2, 3 as a one octave, and 3, 4 as a one octave. I can show you. String length at half is 1 octave. Half of half is 1 octave. Half of half is 1 octave. Half of half is 1 octave. This is what Paganini did. See? You don't believe me. Okay. Right here, middle is 1 octave. Right here, middle is 1 octave. Right here, middle 1 octave. One is mirror. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1 octave, 1 octave, 1 octave, 1 octave. 4 octaves. This is what Paganini's concept is. You don't believe me, but actually this makes sound. Let me show you. It sounds kind of weird, but it makes sound, right? It's much difficult on viola. Violin is a piece of cake. I can play like a piece of cake on violin. This is my violin. It's 300 years old. This is what Paganini posture is. You've seen a lot of pictures, right? So this concept is adopted into modern violin technique. That's what the Primrose and Heifetz was be able to play everything so fast, everything so clean and easy. That's what Primrose did. That's what Heifetz did. Because they think of it's like a marathon. If you run the marathon for 2 hours, you have to run like crazy, right? Kenya in Africa, they are trained to run like so fast for 2 hours, and they run like 42 kilometers in 2 hours. But normal people, it takes 10 hours to even slowly walk for 42 kilometers. It's because it needs a lot of strength. But in their mind, 42 kilometers, it takes only 2 hours for their mind. The Kenya people. The marathon takes 2 hours to 42 kilometers. That means this viola, it takes, like one movement for like very lower to very high. Let me show you. There are 4 octaves sound in one string, no matter what. No matter 4 octaves. This is first octave, second octave, third octave, this is 4th octave, right? Right? So you can play the arpeggio like this. This is a normal fingering. But let me show you slowly. If you play 1, 2, 3 like a piano fingering, there's a no shift, right? No shift, right? I'm going to play only one string, because I just told you there are 4 octaves in one string. See, it's possible to play one string in 4 octaves. Didn't I play? Let me play again. See, it sounds. It's like a cellist. They play on the bridge, like this, cellist. But they play very high note, right? Because they have very thick, long cellist string. So what they do is they do this to make it, all fingerboard is as a 1 octave. For viola, all we have to do is this to make it fingerboard one position. For violin, it's only do like 15 centimeter backward, 15 centimeter upward. So like this for violin. For viola, you do this. For cello, you do this. Double bass, you do this. Yeah? So it's all got to do with the mental. It's got to do with the mind control. It's like a martial art, like a Bruce Lee. He's famous for all the tricks. Bruce Lee is famous for his like half-inch punch. 1-inch punch, actually. 1-inch punch, not half-inch punch. If you have a space, 1 inch, he can, knock out any person. So it got to do with the power level. Understand? So, I explained this in this book. I showed to Ling. What does it say on the top? Secret of Paganini. And what does it look like, this note? This original Paganini Caprice number 5. Paganini did his fingering. Do you see the fingering coming down? 4-3-2-1, 4-3-2-1, 4-3-2-1. Closer. Do you see it? Fingering coming down. It's famous Paganini Caprice number 5. Famous Paganini Caprice number 5. It's the original manuscript. And then coming down fingering is 4-3-2-1. So no one think of this fingering. Even the modern days players, they don't play like this. Because it's much more difficult to play 4-3-2-1 coming down. Can you imagine? That's what Paganini did. 4-3-2-1, 4-3-2-1, 4-3-2-1. See, this is not a trick. This is a matter of fact technique of thinking big, thinking as like a, try to play as simple as possible. Simple. All the martial artists, they think simplify everything, like condensed into one fact. Then they win. It's like an election coming up in United States in 2 weeks, right? What they do is just win the election. Then you win everything, right? Because you get the power and you have all the control. So playing instruments, the same thing. If you conquer the technique, you can play the million colors of a violin playing, a viola playing, million colors of all the repertoires, million colors of, so that means you make a lot of money. Lang Lang and Yu Jia Wang, they make a lot of money, right? Because they're famous for what? Amazing technique. Yu Jia Wang only studied in Beijing, right? Central Conservatory. Yu Jia Wang, she wears very short pants, but who cares? Anyway, she has an amazing technique. Lang Lang also. These days, Korean pianist Yoon Chan Lim conquered everybody. Have you heard of his name? He has 15 million views of his Rachmaninoff Piano Concerto No. 3, which he won the Van Cliven competition 2 years ago. He was only 18 years old. He's only 20 years old now. His ticket is sold in 3 minutes. His ticket sold out in 3 minutes. All over the world. His concert fee, how much? Very, very expensive, right? How much do you think that he makes in one night? It's money. Everything got to do with the money if you have a great technique. Because Yun Chan Lim has a perfect technique. Of course, he has a lot of imagination. It's musically, he's amazing. But everything is perfect technically. So if you conquer the technique, you make money. You become rich. You have a lot of houses. You can have maybe many wives. No kidding. So technique means everything. So for violin player and string player, including cello, double bass, they have to conquer the string. What do you call that? The science of effects of a string. If it becomes half, it's 1 octave. Half of half is a 2 octave. Half of half is a 3 octave. Half of is a 4 octave. See, this is what 16 overtone is. Like, see, this overtone is perfect in tune because it's natural harmonics. You know what overtone is? Harmonics. If you look up the dictionary, harmonics means overtone. Overtone means harmonics. That's what Heifetz and Primrose, they all make perfect intonation because they use harmonics. They use harmonics to make it high position perfectly in tune. Because right here, if you are tuning, right here, what they do is use harmonics, but nobody notices they are using harmonics because there's a because they use harmonics. Understand? So there are many tricks that I can explain, but we have only short times. You have questions about techniques? I can show you much more. The bow technique, or a left hand technique, or vibrato, or trills, or double stops, or shift. Mm-hmm. Okay. You see, everybody is afraid of a changing because when you drive, right? The left turn is different than right turn, right? Because right turn you have to be very close to the edge. If you do make it too far, then because it's dangerous. Left turn is different. Left turn is you have to watch out front, left and right, and even rear. Because the left turn is much more dangerous. Right turn is you have to only look the right side. So for change, we have only two choices, down bow and up bow. Up bow is very easy because it's relaxed. But down bow right here at the front is because we have a gravity problem. Because this is what this frog area. It got to do with this pinky. Pinky is holding the bow like 45, somewhat degree like this. We are playing middle, the frog area controlled by this pinky, right? I do this. Okay, right here. Myo. Do this, 45 degrees. Just do this and then drop it like this. No. This is violin bow hold, right? This is violin bow hold. But this is a primrose bow hold. This is what primrose does when you do the powerful, a lot of chords. You see, this is what cellists do it. Cello is easy instrument. That's what I call, cellist. And my brother hates it because the cello is so easy compared to violin and viola. Because their bow hold is so like this, so easy, But for us, violin and viola players, we have to do this to make it, smooth bow chains. So that's why you know what Suzuki method for beginners. They practice a lot, bow up and down, backside, and then hold like this for 5 minutes, and this hurts. This muscle hurts. But this makes pinky very strong. So you don't have to use any instrument, but to hold the bow like this for 5 minutes, you already progress your this problem. Understand? Because for viola bow is like 70 grams. It's very heavy. For violin it's 60 grams. For viola it's 70 grams, right? So if you do that, now I feel already very powerful and very easy. And do this for a few minutes. Do it right now. And don't drop it. If it's expensive bow, no, don't drop it. Be careful, and then do you feel the tension? Do you feel the tension? It's hurt. And if you can hold like 3 minutes or 5 minutes, and then do this. Oh, it's playing violin. Violin is very easy instrument. After you play the 16.5 size, and then you pick up the violin. Violin is like a toy. I mean, have you tried your friend's violin? Have you tried your friend's violin on your no? And you have a violin at home? You do? No, you have to buy the cheap one. There are very cheap violin, right? And get the violin and then exercise the scales on violin, and then make it broader. If you practice only violin, it doesn't improve. If you practice only viola, it doesn't improve. But if you do like alternating violin practice, viola practice, violin practice, if you alternate like this, that's what Zuckerman did. That's what I did. That's what Eugene Menuhin did. That's what Primrose did. That's what Jascha Heifetz did. That's what David Oistrakh did. All the famous instruments, they all play the viola. Isn't it amazing? David Oistrakh was a viola player until he won the competition. He was a viola player until he was 27 years old. And after he won the culinary competition, he became the great David Oistrakh. But even his son, Igor Oistrakh, and he played a viola part with his son duo. So, David Oistrakh was a great viola player. Jascha Heifetz's class always let the student play the viola. Jascha Heifetz's class. Eric Friedman told me, he's passed away, but all the violin students had to practice on viola. So don't give up violin playing. If you want to improve your viola playing, you have to practice on violin first, and then steal it. Steal the Pagani Caprice, steal the Izai Sonata, steal every violin repertoire. And then you can play, tone on viola. It sounds much greater. It sounds much broader sound. You can steal the violin repertoire into viola world. So it's kind of challenging for me to expand my thought into talented viola student in China, because I already noticed there are great students. There are many demands in viola world, because they need to have good violist for orchestra, they need to have a good violist for chamber musicians, and they need a great viola player for many music schools, right? So if you become successful viola player, you can have a great job, anything you want. If you want to become a principal in your Philharmonic, it's a Chinese girl got the job. And she was a principal in Los Angeles. I mean, it's a, Chinese is conquering viola world these days. But you need to understand that, the top rank players get the top solo job, and solo, not only solo, the recitals, and their guarantee is one night you make like a 10 or 100,000. Yun Chan Lim makes 100,000 a year. I mean, not a year, but a concert, per concert, $100,000 per concert. That's what he makes. Lang Lang maybe about that much. Yu Jiawang makes a lot of money because they control the instrument, control the piano. That's what Jascha Heifetz said. Playing instrument, playing violin, playing viola, got to do with the technique from the piano. You have to get the finger action. I showed this to Ling. Can you do this without a right hand? In order to do that, maybe put down the viola for now, and then you do this. It makes your finger very strong. Use your right hand to make this. It's like this. If you do this and put it under your pillow and then sleep every day for maybe in 2-3 months, your hand is as strong as a primrose, Because, in order to stretch, you need to condense. You need to do the contraction. Contraction power needs to be there. Contraction power 1/4. If you can contract your fingers, then you can stretch as far as you can. Like do mi sol do, do mi sol do, do sol mi do, do sol mi do, do mi sol do. It's very easy. If you do this, you can do this. You can do this. That's why. That's what their mind is set up like that. So if you do exercise, not only instrument but with your head, stretching, and then all you need is control these 2 fingers. This is 1/4 is a set. It's an octave. Do, right? The do mi sol do. It's got to do with the second and third finger. Intonation got to do with this. It's like a piano chord. 1 octave is a set, but in the middle, the black key is like a control of rest of these 3 fingers. Like 1/5 is a set. But this black key got to do with all the chord difference. Same thing here. 1 octave, 1/4, right? Do. It's just F. See, got to do with this 2-3 finger, right? The translate lady, are you a viola player? No, you're not a viola player. Okay, are you a pianist? Oh, you're a pianist. So I'm saying right. The Yun Chan Lim is a great, these days, right? Yun Chan Lim is famous, right? All the pianists has to know his name. Yeah, he practiced 14 to 17 hours a day. Crazy. Even now, he only sleeps like 5-6 hours. Rest of it is all practice. That makes him like amazing soloist. His repertoire is like he knows every music now. He's only 20 years old. He knows every music now. He memorized everything. And he's saying is practice. He only practiced 7 hours in between two notes. That's what he said. In between two notes, he practiced 7 hours until he makes sound right. Until he makes sound right. He makes two notes for 7 hours. That's why he's crazy about practicing. He's perfectionist. Perfectionist means there's no worrying about technique. There's no worrying about memory sleep. Nothing. But they're worrying about the musicality, music effect, music like a mood and the effect of the sound. They're only worrying about that. They don't worry about technique and memory because they will practice too much. Practicing too much means technically perfect, right? Practicing too much is everything's got to be right there, but musical effect has to be the choice of a fingering and bowing for us. For pianists, I'm sure pianists too. You know, in Rachmaninoff, the final when he played the three, you know, he played very weird fingerings. Did you notice that? Yun Chan Lim used very weird fingerings. No one can copy it because he used a lot of, you know, new ideas, new fingerings for piano, and the touch of his fingers is like magic. So even nowadays, he's a lot younger than my son. My son is 33 years old. Yun Chan is like only, you know, anyway. I'm still learning from him. I used to learn from Horowitz. Horowitz is great, right? Everybody, you know, is like admiring Horowitz. But nowadays, everybody is like trying to listen to Yun Chang Lim because he achieved a great mindset, technical ability, and everything. So I wish somebody from China can become like as good as even better than Primrose. If that happens, maybe the credit goes to me, right? Right? Somebody from China will conquer the viola as great as William Primrose. You know, then that means, you know, that credit can come to me, isn't it? Because I just inspired you guys. So I wish, you know, during these 2 days, I can meet talented viola student, and then I can give you some motivation, some ideas, some challenges to give them like a pumping up to practice, pumping up to steel repertoires from cello and even from, you know, vocalist, you know, even from piano, you know. I think that Liszt stole Paganini's ideas, right? Liszt, French Liszt, stole repertoires from Paganini. Now it's time for us to steal Liszt transcendental piano piece for viola and violin. I don't know if you can do that many notes, but you know, Yun Chan Lim played that all 12 of them, you know, like he played in the semifinal. I mean, you listen to it. I'm sure that every single pianist listened to his semifinal. He played everything in 1 hour, and every single note is there, no mistake. Musically, everything's there. They got the gramophone award. You know, that's live. The competition, you know, that list 12 Transcendental now became the gramophone prize winner. You know, he made extra money. You know, it's amazing, isn't it? So challenging, you know, this great piano repertoire, you know, violin, even maybe, you know, I know one person. He used to be the principal double bass player in New York Philharmonic. He retired now, and he defected from Russia. Like that's a long time ago, like, you know, 40 years ago. I met him in Aspen Music Festival. He's famous for, at the time, he got the New York Philharmonic job like invitationally, you know, no audition, because he was such a great, you know, double bass player in Russia. He's known for playing Zigeunerweisen on double bass. He was known for, very famous. But he played like as fast as a violin player on double bass. Sarasate Zigeunerweisen, you know that. He played on double bass. So, you know, his name is Robinson. Robinson. I forgot his first name. His son now is on New Philharmonic. He studied in Juilliard. He's like 5 years younger than I am, but his son is now in violin section in New York Philharmonic. So my dream is to visualize the whole world as in one unit, like Korean, Japanese, Chinese, even Westerners. Even there are a lot of war going on between Israel and Palestine. They are fighting for nothing. They're killing everybody. But in music, we can, like observe the peace. We can share the peace. Throughout this classical music, I think Chinese government is doing great investment. Inviting me, like I was very shocked because my brother, actually he used it like a sort of a WeChat, we call it Katok in Korea. He Katok me, oh, you have a Masterclass coming up from Shanghai Music School. What? And I was very surprised because this technology, this like a Zoom technology is we credit for, chorus, what do you call that? The virus we suffered for 3 years. This virus, we couldn't even go to, schools and, university got closed. And Zoom, this technology had to be there for doing classes, right? I mean, in China, it happened the same thing, right? School closed, right? This Corona thing. But this Zoom, because of this technology, you can study classes. Now I'm teaching Chinese viola student in Shanghai. Amazing. This is first time I ever done it. I never did that. I did it between Korean student in Jeju Island because I used to teach there for 4 years. So in vacation time, I used the Zoom and I taught, it's because of between the Korean, but internationally, this is very first try actually. So I'm very grateful that I hope that I can do much more in the future. These classes, tomorrow it's a very heavy day because there are 6 students lined up, and from morning to but I don't know who's gonna be there. But I'm gonna say a lot of like interesting information to you guys. I hope it'll pump you up to do much more great music making, isn't it? Yeah. It's 555. Is it 556? It's a 1 hour. Okay, so we have a few more minutes. You have a question, you can always email me. I send you the 6 cello concertos here, and I send you even the original manuscript for Paganini, 24 caprices. I have a manuscript of all 24. I can send you. I already have been sending this for many years, and it's like feeding the seed to the ground, and it takes sometimes like few months to grow these crops. But some seed takes like 10 years. Some seed come out after 100 years inside the ground, and then it blooms up, and after 100 of the seed planted, it blooms. It's amazing. Sometimes it takes that long. For me, it only took 50 years. I'm 63 years old. I am still playing, hopefully. I'm still teaching. But when I studied in Juilliard, 1979 to 87, for 8 years, from Dorothy DeLay and for viola, William Linser. He was the very first viola teacher at Juilliard, 1961. That's the year that I was born. And William Linser produced most of the great violists around the world. And I studied with him for viola for 8 years. I studied violin from Dorothy DeLay for 8 years. During my 8 years of Juilliard, I made performed it like no one ever thought of it. Like complete 24 caprices on violin and viola, alternating one violin, one viola, one violin, one viola. I played all 24 like that. And that was my doctoral recital. And I played the complete Isai Sonata on everything on viola. That was my, the doctorate, recital. I played like crazy thing when I was like your age, like 20, early 20s. I tried everything. I'm still trying, to conquer this, like, this phenomenon. The string is very magically, it gives me like a motivation. Conquering Paganini technique, conquering high-fetch technique, primrose technique. It's my goal. It's because I played violin viola all my life, like a Zuckerman. He was my inspiration. Zuckerman is still alive, I gave him, Zuckerman, this book. I showed you, and then, he came to Korea one day, and I introduced myself because I studied with him at Aspen Masterclass. I played the Bartok viola concerto. Right before me was Midori, famous Midori, right? She was 10 years old and played the Bartok violin concerto number 2 perfectly, right up to me. So he remembered me. So I gave him, this book. You can, if you have a Korean friend in Korea, they can buy this book and send you. It's only $15. It has a incredible, the secret of a violin and viola technique here. It's sold out in Amazon because it takes a lot of work to, give, I have to ship, but, it's very heavy. The book is very heavy. So, it's all sold out. You cannot get from Amazon, but you can get it from Korea. Chinese, is very lucky because it takes like maybe 2 days, I'm sure. But Temu takes like 3-4 days to get the product from China to Korea. So, I hope that my book can contribute to Chinese, violin and viola playing. That means a lot of violin, students can even convert to viola playing because of this book. I don't know. So you have a lot of more competition coming up because a lot of violin students want to learn, viola repertoire. But, competition makes you perfect. Competition is a very good thing. It's not a bad thing. You understand? Yeah? Oh, okay. Thank you so much for today's, so you're gonna be here tomorrow, 10 o'clock for Korea, and 9 o'clock in China, right? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So somebody's gonna turn off this camera, so I can exit.
Yes, you can turn off your camera now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Uh,
Recording stopped.
아이고, 드디어 끝났습니다. 3시간이 넘도록. 아, 내일은 한국 시간 10시, 그러니까 뭐 좀 일찍, 한 15분 전에 하니까 9시 45분부터 오전에 3시간, 오후에 3시간. 이렇게 내일은 6명을 더합니다. 그래서 이틀 동안 9명 학생들을 가르치는데, 어우, 3시간 19분 20초 지나가고 있네요. 네. 오늘 3시간 동안 뭐, 뭐 첫날 뭐 잘 된 것 같습니다. 감사합니다.